The audio in this episode was stripped from a guide I put together for the Photoreceptor Cell YouTube channel. So if you wanted to watch along, head over to the channel, which I'll link within the description box for this episode. Hello everybody, Gary Fernon here for Photoreceptor Cell. Have you ever wondered when using Lightroom if there is a way to process a single RAW file several different ways but keep the original image? Well, there is, and it's called virtual copy. Now, virtual copies in Lightroom enable you to try parallel interpretations of your shot. So each time you create a virtual copy, it will sit alongside any previous virtual copy of that photo in your catalogue. So you can compare them side by side. You can create as many copies as you like, and if you decide you don't want them, just delete them. But what you have to do is make sure that you don't delete the original RAW file by accident, otherwise all of your virtual copies will disappear too. So here we are in Lightroom. I've got a photograph or self-portrait that I've taken of myself. Obviously it's called a self-portrait. So I originally shoot in colour. I shoot everything in colour and then convert to black and white in post. I knew that when I shot this photo I was going to convert to black and white, but I still shot in colour. Now here is the original RAW image. One way of making sure that you don't delete the raw image is to colour mark it. So if we right click on that image, set the colour label, let's just hit red because that's the first one, and it comes up marked in red. So now I know that that is the original image, so I know not to delete that file, that photo. If we right click on the image again and scroll down, there's the set color label, keep going down, there's create a virtual copy. So if we hit that, it brings up a carbon copy of that original image. So all we would need to do is just select a different color so we know that these are our virtual copies, and you can create as many of those as you want through. Let's go 3, and now what I can do is I can go through and in the develop module here, so let's call up the first one. Let's throw up a light desaturated filter. Wonderful. Let's move on to the next one. Let's use my cinematic filter there. Wonderful. And then let's go to one that I call, let's go fashion 2. Looks terrible, but for the purposes of what we're showing you today, it doesn't matter. So back to the library. So if we call up the 3 virtual copies, you can see that they're all different. Let's go back 1, 2, 3, and that is the original one, untainted, undamaged, because we've made virtual copies. So there we go, guys. Something really quick, really simple, so you can try different things without having to make several copies or come out of Lightroom. You can do it with a virtual copy. If you decide that you don't like one, so let's take this last one here, it's flagged at the moment, hit X, it selects it as rejected. In fact, do you know what? Let's reject all 3 virtual copies. Photo, delete rejected photos. Are you sure you want to delete those 3? Yes, I am. Thank you very much. And then we're back to our original selection of photos, and there's my original raw photo, untainted, undamaged, and ready for me to work on again. There we go, everybody. I hope that you found this useful and informative. Don't forget to hit the like button, Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time. One last thing before you go. I appreciate time is precious, but could I ask a small favour? It would mean so much to me if you would rate and or review this podcast. My aim is to provide you with bite-sized pieces of information that will motivate and inspire you to go out and be creative. And by doing this small favour, it lets me know that I'm achieving just that. Or not, I suppose that depends on whether you give me 1 star or 5. Regardless, it gives me an indication as to whether I'm succeeding or off the beaten path. You're the best.